Wait, sorry. Hey, how do you do? Welcome to another season of Sail Mermaid. This will actually be the start of a brand new season. The reason for this is that we are done with the boat shopping process. I've done my first solo sail. I've done some maintenance on the boat. And now the fun parts begin. And that's where Megan comes in. She's my new crew member for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about 3.5.
Yeah. And who are you?
Yeah, my name's Megan. I'm 23 years old. I come from San Diego, California. That's where I grew up. And I was lucky enough to attend Stanford University in Northern California, where I studied marine biology.
So she's not just a crew member, she is actually, she knows a little bit about the ocean.
And what I don't know, I make up.
And she's good at that too. I'm just kidding.
I have made some stuff up, I think, along the way.
Well, I hope that Megan can learn a few things while she's on the boat as well. Like
how
maybe
to tie a knot.
How to tie a knot. That would be nice. And I can learn a lot from her. We have been diving together, which was very brief dive for me. But I hope to do more of it soon.
Yeah.
But how did you end up traveling halfway around the world to meet a total stranger and sail with him for 3.5 weeks?
Right. Much to the horror of my parents and the surprise of my friends. So being from San Diego, I grew up on the water, snorkeling, kayaking, paddleboarding, and then my sophomore year of college I started scuba diving. But throughout that I've also done a little bit of sailing, and I live on the East Coast now and was kind of getting the travel fever a bit and thought that sailing would be a great way to see the world, and heard of this site called Crew Bay, so I made a profile, and it's boats that are looking for crew members who are looking for boats, and that's where Roger and I connected.
Yeah, your parents were terrified when you went.
I think that they were, I mean, obviously they were concerned. It's just the two of us on the boat, and I'm an only child, so as they say, they only get one shot, and they only...
If they lose it, it's gone.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that they were concerned, but this isn't so abnormal for me to do, and I think it really helps actually that you have the AIS system so they could track our progress as we were sailing and moving around the world. WhatsApp is awesome for letting them know that I'm alive and not dead. Yeah, so it's been great.
Yeah.
You don't seem sketchy, usually.
Actually, I do, but I'm not as sketchy as I seem.
Yes, that's about it. That's right. You're not as sketchy as you seem. And you actually didn't think I was going to show up.
No, I actually didn't think Megan was going to show up, because I've been emailing with a lot of people who wants to go sailing. And those who are interested in sailing, they are emailing maybe twice a day or 3 times a day, or they're being very enthusiastic. And I heard from Megan about 3 times a week.
Yeah, I would say every other day, maybe, yeah.
No, not that often.
3 times a week is about every other day, more or less.
Yeah,
More or
okay.
less.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I was tendering offers from a couple of different boats, and this just seemed like the best fit. And so I think that we hadn't talked in a couple of days, and I just sent you a message. I was like, all right, where should I book my plane tickets to?
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this, I think is exactly what I said. Yeah. And literally bought the plane tickets a week before I was supposed to be there. Yeah. So that ended up being a little bit more expensive than I would have liked, because it was so last minute, but still not bad. And a week later, we were meeting up in Malaga.
Yeah.
In the airport.
I was actually being delayed back from work, so I should be on the boat 2 days before Megan was scheduled to arrive. And I had a few things to do with the boat. But I was delayed from work, so we met in Malaga and we took the same plane over to Malaysia.
Yeah.
And crossed the border into Morocco. All about this in the next episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yes?
I really like Morocco. I want to go back. I want to see the bigger cities. We're mostly on the coast, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what the Marrakesh.
We were never to Marrakesh.
No, I would like to see.
Yeah,
I would like to see Marrakesh.
Yeah. We were visiting Nador and we were visiting Ben Yasser. And we had I had the boat lying in what's
Marchica Med.
Marchica. Thank you very much. Thank you very big.
Have you seen your keys?
Oh, give me a break. She's always after me because I tend to leave my keys where I can't find them. And I always tend to hide things that I don't want to lose in good spots where I will never find them again.
I can't give you too hard of a time. I have to say, Roger's been incredibly patient with me. I would say I'm a very enthusiastic crew member.
Yes, you
very
are.
eager to help. But I think sometimes my help creates a little more work. At times, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
You have to practice your knots a little bit.
Yes, today is the second day in a row, actually,
Yep.
that I have lost an object off the boat because of ineffective knot tying. Yesterday it was a fender, and today it was the inflatable donut
Yeah.
that we easily spent half an hour trying to blow up.
Which costed me a blue toe and hard to walk. Yes. But that's fine.
That is neither here nor there. What I lack in knot tying, I hope I make up for in something else.
Absolutely. We are right now in Ibiza, and we will show you all about the travel here in a later episode. But I must say the crossing over from Malaysia to Ibiza was... I would not have done it by myself. I probably could, but I would not. Having Megan on was fantastic. You had someone to talk to, someone not to talk to, someone to keep half an eye open while I had a little bit of sleep. And yeah, we'll show you everything about that in another episode. Yeah.
Thought it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was a great passage. We were expecting more wind. We didn't get to sail as much as we had hoped for.
Sure.
So we motored quite a bit, but still, it was a good passage.
Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more sailing when we cruise over to Mallorca in a few days.
Yeah.
That's a hope. Fingers crossed.
Yes. Yeah. What else is there to say about Megan? We have covered your education.
Mm-hmm.
What about this? You're educated as a marine biologist.
Yeah, my degree is technically in biology, but I did a specialization in marine biology, and I looked at a couple different species of corals that you can find around American Samoa and how they react to changes in water temperature and why that's important or relevant as we discuss issues of climate change and just general stress caused by humans. So the tourism industry, the fishing industry, and other kinds of anthropogenic changes.
So with all this background, what do you think about all these yachts in the Mediterranean and all over the world that is enjoying life like we are doing right now? Is it a good or bad?
I think that's hard to say, you know, because you talk about fuel consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, things like that. If people aren't keeping their sewage in tanks, that can cause algal blooms or disrupt the ecosystems at times. But I also think that one of the best ways to get people invested in the environment is for them to go out and see it. You know, if you see something that you like, I think you're more likely to protect it. So I think it's all about just being responsible in your travel.
Yeah, and I can say from my experience, now I haven't been sailing for a long time and I haven't seen all of the world yet, but I never seen as much plastic waste in the waters as I did in the North Africa. The beaches around Malaysia and Morocco, they were sometimes crowded with plastic.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to see, because we know what impact plastic waste does on fish and bird life and all of this. And we also know that parts of it also ends up in the food chain and is what we are eating.
Yeah, it is what we're consuming.
Yeah. So I've also seen La Vagabond has been pushing this issue in some of their recent videos, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not the environmental guy who goes crazy over everything, but just plastic in the ocean, I think, is a really important issue just now.
Yeah, and I think anything that you can do to cut down on your single-use plastic is great. I see a lot of push for doing reusable straws, like these little metal straws. When we were buying groceries, we did end up with a couple of plastic bags, but we've tried to reuse them as trash bags throughout our trip, so that we can then take the groceries out of them, put trash into them, and then once they're totally full, then we can dump them off. So at least hopefully we're getting a couple uses out of them.
Yep.
Just doing what we can to, I think in La Vagabond they also said it's hard to go cold turkey with it, so just doing what you can to reduce your single-use plastic.
Yeah.
And reuse when you can.
Yeah. Sounds good. So what are your future plans when you are done with this sailing? You wanna...
Oh God, you're trying to give me an anxiety attack, I see that this is... Oh gosh. Wow, wouldn't I like to know? It's gonna be funny looking back at this in a year and seeing what I actually do. So right now I'm a teacher in Connecticut, and I have at least one more year of teaching ahead of me. But I'm kind of unsure about my plans after that. Maybe going back into the marine bio world and pursuing a master's, or even something beyond that, or potentially going the nonprofit route and combining my interest in education with my interest in marine biology. There's this really cool project called the Billion Oyster Project, and I'll give it a little plug because I really want a job there. But I don't really know. I would love to do more sailing, and I would love to do more travel. So maybe, I think the ideal, if I could pick like anything that I was going to be doing, it would be traveling, scuba diving, doing environmental surveys. Yeah, I think doing a couple of years of that would be really nice, especially no time like the present.
Yeah. Now we have to secure the camera, because now we have one of the taxi boats coming our way, and they're almost heading directly at us when they pass by in enormous speed. So
I think it might be a game for them.
yeah, I think they like it. They try to pass one boat on each side of us simultaneously, so we got... Okay, here we go.
So you asked me how I felt and how my parents felt about me sailing around the world with a stranger. How did you feel about bringing a stranger onto... This is truly your home.
It is my home. I have two homes right now, and the one is... The main home is the sailboat, the other home is a Mercedes Sprinter.
Whatever gets you through.
Welcome to my world. Well, the thing is for me is, if you're gonna sail around all by yourself, that's lonely, it's boring, and I'm the kind of guy who sometimes needs a push to do things more than just come to an harbor and sit in the boat. So I have been planning on taking people on board, and of course I tried to choose people with similar interests and people that I think that I can get along with. But I have the privilege of doing so. More or less.
More or less.
More or less. Within those interested in sailing with me, I can pick from that. Like, I knew we were going to Ibiza. I wouldn't want to sail to Ibiza with someone who's older than me and probably not interested in going clubbing at all.
Right.
Yeah. So I can choose a little, and I will be doing this again. Megan has been a success, and I think I will be doing this again. And I have a lot of friends who said they wanted to come sailing with me, but it seems to be a whole lot of talking, and it doesn't happen so often. So I'm open for patrons and everybody to come sailing with me. And that is another thing. Now that season 2 is started, this is also when I will start my Patrons program. I have spent a whole lot of money on this boat lately, and
I can attest to that. I've seen the amount of money that's gone into this boat and this what's truly a passion project right now.
Yeah. The recent thing that costed a lot of money was the new outboard that we bought today. We had 2 outboards and none of them was working, and both needed a lot of work, and we needed an outboard now, so I bought a new one. Might be a silly thing to do, but that's life. I needed something more reliable, and this project is starting to cost me some money. So if you want to help me continue this project, then you're welcome to do so through the Patron program, and I will try to make a few extras so that there is something in it for you as well. So I hope I won't be begging too much. I don't want to be a beggar, but if you feel that my videos are interesting, if you want to see more of what's going on, then please support my project. And it can also add up to you coming to join me on Mermaid and sail for a while.
10 out of 10, recommend.
Really?
10 out of 10.
Oh, that's good, Megan. You're so kind.
I've been told that.
Okay. Yes. So I think that's pretty much it for now.
Can I tell them to like and subscribe?
Yes.
If you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like the video, you should still give it a like. And you should definitely hit subscribe. I can't wait to show them all the adventures we've been going on.
Yeah.
It's been super fun.
In the next episode, you will see Megan on the food market of Ben Ansar, Morocco.
Oh, I was in love. I loved it. Yeah.
And we are taking Mermaid on shore and giving her a bottom clean.
Oh yeah, I was
paint.
definitely. I've worked hard for my keep.
Yeah, she did. She did phenomenal.
So if you want to see me doing manual labor,
tune in the next episode.
it's not very impressive.
I won't show you mine, I promise. Okay, see you. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh no! Okay, we're terrible at high fives. Yeah, that's better.